Alright.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we begin, we want to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders I agree most on GMS who were well, and who taught us this truth. And peace and salutations be unto you, sincere brethren, that are pushing up this word of sincerity and in truth. Alright, so to you we say Shalom.
Shalom. Wabarakim.
And blessings. And so today we're going to be getting into something that was weighing on my spirit, but also it's just the inspiration came from just general conversation from like our folks specifically, saying that they sincerely believe that every so-called white person isn't a bad person. Every so-called white man is not some dastardly man. He's not upright. It's like not every man is a devil, so to speak.
Right? Not every so-called white man
is into bestiality. But really, that's going to be the topic today. We're going to be debunking that. All right, that not every so-called white man is a bad man. All right, because we really, when they say that, from what I understood, they're thinking of two things. All right, one, actually, I'm just starting with this precept. This is Sirach chapter 19 and 26. There's a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit. And that's what we're dealing with, that inwardly part. What's inwardly? The spirit. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with spirits. We're not dealing with skin color. We're not dealing with hair texture. We're not dealing with lands. All right, and this has nothing to do with any of that. We're dealing with spirits. All right, and Edom Esau, all right, which is the so-called white man, all right, according to the Bible, okay, he had the spirit of Cain on him. All right.
Yep.
Right.
I was just gonna say, because one thing that we know is that, especially brothers that understand the confusion of faces, is that you're gonna have people of our nation that look like these other nations, that look like the heathen, that may look like so-called Chinamen, so-called Japanese, so-called Africans, like they might look like Ethiopians, but they're still Israelites. They might even look like the so-called white man, but they're still Israelites, right? Well, you have like our people that look like Edomites, man, that look like them, that have the appearance of one, all right? And you're also gonna have white people, so-called white people, so-called white people that the Edomites that look like Jake's,
Yeah, that's where Jake gets stumped at, because they think, he's one of the good ones. Nah, man, yeah. He's one of you. That's where they get stumped at. That's where they get tripped up about it. All right?
Because if I could say, because that's being carnal, because it's not about the skin color, because according to Numbers 1 and 18, you are, who your father is, because the lineage of someone is determined by the house of their fathers, right? Well, the same way how an Israelite can have a child with a so-called white woman, and his child can come out light skinned. Well, if that child keeps mingling his seed with the white man, so long as it's a man, they keep on mingling. He comes out even lighter and lighter, to the point where eventually they'll look like their nation, man. And but that child, if its lineage on his father's side goes back to an Israelite, then that child is an Israelite, But that's the thing about Jake. See, Jake is really carnal. They'll see a white person who might not be an Edomite, and they'll think, they're not all bad.
Yeah, because he has the appearance of one. It's just because he looks like Conor McGregor or something like that.
Yeah, Con.
Just because he has blonde hair or something like you can't be carnal like that.
Yeah,
especially in this truth, because now when you come in this truth, you gotta understand that so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites, they can look like anyone. The reason we even say so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's just because the majority of us is in that sect of bywords. So I'm going to read this real quick. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 14. It says, "But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts." This is the point. "And my name," what's the name of the Lord? Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, in the name of his son. "And my name is dreadful among the heathen." So how is it, right, that like a Bangladesh man, or a so-called Elamite man, or so like an Elamite man, or a Moabite, Ammonite, Ishmaelite, Edomite man, all right, he probably has the appearance of one, but how is it, right, that he actually can just accept and use the name Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai in his prayers? How is that? I thought the name is dreadful among the heathen. I just read it.
Yeah, God.
So how can that be? Because he's not a heathen. He's an Israelite.
Yep. Only an Israelite would have faith.
Exactly.
Because faith is a gift.
Yeah, that goes into another thing. That the spirit of Edom Esau is not upright. And that's where you
get that.
And that's where you, Jake, get really confused about. Cause, like I said before, the two things when you say not all white people are bad. One, he's a Jake, all right, and he has the spirit of uprightness in him. You know, he might have some flavor, might have faith. You know, and he just doesn't act like a so-called white man. Or two, he is an Edomite, but he's just acting deceitfully, and you know he's putting it that
being
white
a deceiver.
Man, yeah, putting on that white man voice. You know, when he was Bob.
Hi, my name's Bob.
You know, just you know, just
hey, how you doing?
Being a deceiver.
Yeah, God. Being a devil, man.
Being a devil. So that's it. All right, that's it. All right, we're gonna prove to you that every so-called white person, a real natural-born Edomite, is not upright. Right?
Yep, a natural-born Edomite, like that's of the line of Esau, is wicked.
Is wicked.
Because that's how the Lord made him.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 20. Yeah, Isaiah Salakia, the book of Yeshaya or Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Yeah, we know that they're wicked by their fruits, their track record, their actions from the past. We know who they are from that, you know.
If I could say,
yeah.
Because what the scriptures said that they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah.
If you look at where, for example, a quick example that you can meditate on is what. Look at the places that are being gentrified, right? Of course, before there was wickedness there, but those were Israelites that were under the curses. But when the so-called white man comes and set up shop in your neighborhoods, man, what does he bring with him? He brings his philosophies with him, you know. Yeah. He brings what? Because when you look at the neighborhoods that have been gentrified, you see nothing but pride flags everywhere, man. Exactly. So-called, you know. Yeah.
Right, so that's what he does. He brings,
I didn't finish the verse, but
he brings wickedness wherever he goes. You know, and we know them by their fruits. Just look what they did to the Gadites.
Yep.
You know, the so-called Native Indians, Native Americans. You know, 150 peace treaties, which they came up with. The Gadites didn't do that.
Yeah.
And they broke every single last one of them. None of them were kept to any certain extent.
If I could say, were you gonna say something?
No,
okay, because I wanted to mention also. Another quick example, for example, if you look at the, you remember that, it's like a postcard where they used to hang, the southern tribes, they used to hang them, and they all used to crowd around.
Yeah, exactly.
Who does that, man?
Oh, and
even kids.
Yeah, I was about to say, you had
little devils,
little Edomite kids smiling.
Yeah.
What kind of kid would do that? One that's not upright in the spirit.
Yeah, a little wicked Edomite devil, man.
Did you finish that?
I'm gonna finish it, Salakia. I'm gonna read from the top. This is the book of Yeshaya or Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna do, and that's just how the Lord programmed him. He's not gonna do exactly what we do. He's not gonna act like a normal person, and the Lord just made him that way. What, for balance too? You know, for PA, he's the carnal antagonist.
Yep.
You know, because as of right now, we're not fighting physically against this devil, not yet, anyways. But right now, this is the man that we're dealing with. You know, he in his spirit, he is an atheist. He doesn't believe in anything.
Yep, that's the nature of an Edomite, man. That's just how they are, man.
Oh,
the same way how
get that one in 2 Thessalonians.
Oh yeah, I got you.
They make your point though.
Oh, I was just gonna say because that's just the way that the Lord made the so-called white man, the Edomites, man. They were just programmed to be like that, you know. You meet Edomites, man, they're just naturally born atheists, you know. They're a bunch of weirdos, you know. They when you read about, for example, when you read in Genesis, I believe, yeah, it's in Genesis. You read about the description of how how Esau was. That's how his descendants are, you know, man of the field, you know, and how they are as people bears true to that, man, you know. For example, it spoke about Jacob being a plain man dwelling in tents, and that's how the Israelites are, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you see the Edomites, man, they're just naturally like their forefather, man. You can search it up too, man. You can go on Google and type in white people hunting, man. Like for real, like all jokes aside, like type that in, man. You'll see, man. This is you want 2 Thessalonians?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah. Get it. I'm gonna read this though. This is the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. You see that? And that's why the scriptures call him the son of perdition.
Yep.
Right? Perdition meaning just all out destruction. That's what he does. He destroys the earth. You know, I think this is in Isaiah that they broke in the everlasting covenant.
But this is the one with the son of perdition. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Yeah, which that happened. We know we lost our nationality. That's the falling away.
Come on. and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, that's what he's known as, the man of sin. Because you look at Jake, we also know who we are because of our spirit, according to the scriptures, you know,
And also the prophecies.
and the
that are
curses
written.
and the curses.
Yep.
Because some of the curses are prophecies.
Prophetic.
If not,
They're prophetic.
if not all of them too. Yeah. So yeah, because you have the precept in Romans, zeal to the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Con.
You know, even Hosea 4:6, our people were destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Con.
Right? You know,
If I can.
yeah.
Oh, no, you're going to say, go ahead, finish your point.
Oh,
So,
right, yeah. So we're destroyed as a people, all right? Because we don't know who our power is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also who we know who we are, and we're not being called by actual credible names like black,
We're bywords.
Latinos, Native
Mhm.
Indians, what native savages, because that's
Yeah.
what Indian means. It means savage.
Yeah, Con.
You know?
If I can say real quick,
Yeah.
because right here it says that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get this in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, his essence, like the spirit, the way the Most High created him.
Mm-hmm.
You know that soul that's inside of him is. You going?
Oh, so like,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, that was Habakkuk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Lord just made his spirit just not upright, and that goes for every Edomite. In Edomite though, all right, not the one that he may not. If anything, you might have Jake. You might have Jake that look like Edomites, and Edomites that look like Jake. All right, again, we're dealing with spirits here. You know? And the only one way to know and discern to these different citizens, these every by and by Americans, all right, is what through the scriptures. You know, Hebrews 4:12. You know, it's a discerner of thoughts and the intents of the heart, roughly paraphrasing. So we know what a man wants to do, how he feels about the word, you know, to find out if he's a coon or not, or to find out if he's a devout believer, or one of the 144,000, which is the chosen men of the nation of Israel. All right, so the Lord's beloved. Okay, so that's how we know. That's how we discern. All right, using the scriptures. All right, that and you know if you so happen to find a so-called Caucasian looking man, you know, or so-called white looking man, all right, if he has you might have a guy that looks like an Edomite, but where's that one in Romans? A zeal not according to knowledge. You know, he might be all for that Christian church, you know, or Catholicism. He might actually believe that he's just a two-third.
Just a two-third.
He's two-third.
Romans, I got it.
Or maybe even a one-third who is yet to have his when the time hits Jacob's trouble, the Lord might have this confusion of face, turn away from the Christian church and go back, and he might even believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, because the scriptures say, we try the spirit, by the word to see if they're of the Lord, This is Romans 10:2. I was just getting what you were getting. I'm going to continue in Habakkuk, though.
Okay.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Which what? Our people do have a zeal towards the Most High, because you meet any Israelite, man, it doesn't matter what, Salakia. Because any Israelite, the Israelites, man, they just have that in them to serve a higher power, man. It's just within them. Unfortunately, the majority of our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, so they're into all these different philosophies, man. They're into Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, Islam, all that stuff. All those things don't pertain to us, man. Mm-hmm. That's that zeal. It's just not according to knowledge.
Yeah, and it's an Esau spirit to be just to be a carnal man.
Yeah, to be an atheist.
Mm-hmm. To believe in himself, because
he be a liar.
Yeah, because actually, he does have faith, but he has faith in himself.
Carnal.
Carnal. Carnal faith, you could say, because we have faith in something that we can't see.
Mm-hmm.
We don't believe in ourselves, and that's another thing. Esau's just totally obsessed with like physical riches, tankard gold and silver. Mm-hmm. Well, Jake loves that too, but at the end of the day, we don't really want that. We just want to get right with the Heavenly Father. That's why. That's why if you read Ecclesiastes 12:1, I think. This is the duty of man. If we paraphrase, to serve the Lord with fear and trembling.
To serve the Lord, to fear the Most High, keep His commandments.
Right, keep His commandments.
This is Habakkuk. I'm gonna read verse 5 and we go to the next precept. Habakkuk.
Yeah. So real quick, because the Most High made who and in whose image? We're made in His image to believe unto Him, right? To have confidence in something that we can't see. That's why He also known as the invisible one in the scriptures.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. And before I read it real quick, I wanted to say Salakia, but because we read the scriptures, and these the nation of Esau is described. You know, Edomites they're described, and the nation of Israel is described as well. And these Edomites, they fit the description, man. They fit the prophecy of Esau that they would have the fatness of the earth. You know, they fit that. So we know, oh, those are the Edomites, and we fit the curses. So we're like, oh, now we know we're the Israelites. Okay.
Yeah. One good example is them. You know, with that business with Venezuela, those Asherites. You know, because they want them for their what was it, their oil?
I'm not too sure.
Right. Well, either way, ain't same going on in the Middle East. All right. They want them for these are the Gawayam. All right. These are the heathens. These nations for the resources, showing you that what they get in the fatness of the earth, and what they live by the sword.
Yep.
It's in the spiritual.
Oh yeah, that's in there too.
Right.
By the sword thou shalt live. Let me get that.
Exactly. And what's the modern day sword?
The gun.
It's the gun. All right. Any carnal weapon. You know, because what Esau's profane ass. He doesn't want to fight his enemies face to face. Instead, wants to fight with like a sniper rifle and whatnot. You know, from buildings where you can't see him. You know,
read this real quick.
Just carnal things like that.
Genesis 20. Genesis 27, and I'm gonna get to the. I'm gonna just read 39 through 40. Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you know you got these Edomites with these dumb I got mine stickers on their Jeeps and Hummers.
Yeah, man, these Edomites love their guns, bro.
Exactly. Oh, you know what else? Of course, they got their favorite mascot, the eagle. You know, which is plastered like on stickers and every like their emblem. They use this nearly on everything. You know, on their tires and stuff. They put the American their patriotism. You know, something along those lines. Oh, and of course, homosexuality. That's also in your spirit too. To be just totally profane. You know, support feminism, to be a damn cuck, which means to freakishly enjoy. Which is women being on top of you. You know, you like that. We disgusting the profane spirit.
Yeah, these
profane meaning profane meaning out of the temple.
Yeah, these Edomites love. Hey man, these Edomites love being everything that the Lord told us not to be.
But on purpose though. That's how they're programmed to be. Just to be the opposition.
Gone. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5.
Any more precepts for this?
Yeah, we got Sirach 18.
Okay, enough of that.
Okay, Con. No, get Sirach to 12 and 10. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, which is philosophies. You know, like his what does he bring wherever he goes, man? What does he bring with him, man? He tells you that, hey, man, these Edomites tell you to follow your heart, do as thou wilt.
Yeah, equality.
You know, because what's one thing that they, you see the madness on the news, man, that these little boys and little girls are identifying as the opposite gender and stuff like that, man. That's madness, man.
Hey, you know what else? Like real quick, is I think 1 Timothy or 2 Timothy, you don't gotta get it, but it said that the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of love and of a sound mind.
Yeah, Con.
You know, because I know back in the day when we were in the world too, as young men being jakes, you know, we did dumb things. You know, we partook in folly. You know, and we had that. I know for a fact we had that voice in the back of our head telling us like, this is wrong.
Yeah, something's not right about smoking weed, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Guess what? Esau doesn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Esau doesn't have that.
Yeah, you don't have that. That voice, telling you what's right and what's wrong. I don't think you got that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have that spirit. The Most High
That's the Edomites.
The Most High didn't implement that upon them. But you do have jakes out there that be doing like profane things as they are. Well, they got demons on them. You know?
Yeah. Can I read this? Yeah. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, it's in his spirit to be a prideful devil too, a prideful, just deceitful, profane person. You know?
Yep.
You put yourself as the Most High.
That's what these Edomites. That's their thing, man.
They try to disprove the Bible and stuff. You know, going to Israel and these other historical
They're profane,
places.
man. These Edomites are profane.
Yeah, man, who does that?
Yeah, these Edomites, like a brother, I heard the brother from Holland say, these Edomites will read the Bible. They're so faithless that they'll go and see if it's true or not. You know, in the land, like they'll dig up stuff and all that.
We'll do like the evacuation sites for
excavation
for historical artifacts, you know, things like that, which you know, ain't nothing wrong with that, but still you have to be carnal to do that. Hey, the Lord said, blessed is he that hath not seen and have believed. You know, so
Continuing on, he is a proud man, he would keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. Alright, and we're back. So, we just read Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5, right? I'm going to reread it real quick. Yea, because yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, he keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. I'm going to stop right there real quick. Because that's how these Edomites are, man. They are as death, man. Everywhere that they go, man, they destroy everything, man. You see the water's polluted, the land is polluted, the food that we eat is polluted, our air is polluted.
Your cruelty towards the beasts of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if I can say real quick, because it's like, who does that, man? You gotta really sit there and think about what's written in the scriptures, and then you gotta really think about it, man. Mm-hmm. Like, man, who actually goes out of their way to destroy a place where you inhabit, where you have to live, man?
Even nature, like plants and trees. Like, what the hell do they do to you? They're completely harmless.
Yeah, you need water to live. Why are you polluting it?
Exactly.
Who does that, man? Yep. And for you people out there saying, I'm not even gonna get into it, man. But yeah, hey, man, the so-called white men is the Edomites, man. Mm-hmm. All right, and they bring forth everywhere they go. They are as death, man. They bring forth destruction, man. Yeah,
No doubt.
Khan, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Mm-hmm. It says, "Never trust thine enemy."
Khan, which you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you have enemies, man. Read Psalms 83rd chapter. Yep. Mm-hmm. Khan, because what, man? These other nations are our enemies, man. Yep. What nation hath not gotten over spoils? Mm-hmm. Where is that in? Is that in First Maccabees, Second Maccabees?
Yeah. Well, yeah, in that list, the Psalms 83, starting from the top. It gives you a whole. It tells you that they make a whole. They make a tumult. All right, meaning that they make partnerships. These other heathens are together to take us down. And on that list of enemies, who do you have? Unsurprisingly, you have Esau, Edom. All right. Mm-hmm. Not only them, you got these Hamites, you got these Ishmaelites. These Elamites, these other nations. Congregating together to take us down, to take us apart and take us from our nationality, from being a nation, and from being from our power.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what's that in Maccabees?
What?
Of what? Have not gotten over spoils?
No.
If we can get it.
Read this again, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." Right, because as we were saying right at the beginning of the video, again, we're just proving to you that every Edomite is a bad person, natural born. All right, we're not talking about the confusion of face, because they're Jake. Okay, and if you can't get that, oh well. But if you're sincere, obviously, just pray for it, and in due time, the Lord's gonna reveal it to you. But either way, look, just because the Edomite, he goes crouching down, he humbles himself in your sight, though, because behind closed doors, really, his eye is evil. Inwardly, he's full of deceit. All right, inwardly meaning his spirit. All right, his spirit is towards he hates
Jake,
so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He hates Israel because what? They don't have the blessing.
Reread it again, Salakia.
Sirach 12 and 10. "Never trust thine enemy."
Yeah, which the point I was trying to make is that you Israelites have enemies, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have enemies. This is First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 10. "What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?"
Yes, it's rhetorical, meaning like a lot of the nations, they partook in really handing us an ass whooping.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, these other nations, man, they're our enemies, man. That's why in one thing is that in the kingdom, man, these nations are going to be in subjection to the nation of Israel. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Finish off verse 10. Mm-hmm. "For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Mm-hmm. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him."
Yeah, because remember, I believe it's in Psalms where it says, though his words
are smooth as butter.
Yeah, Khan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah. He was full of deceit.
Yep.
It
said war was in his heart.
War was in his heart, meaning his spirit again. Mm-hmm. And it's how we're dealing with spirits too. Yeah, the Lord is so lucky that the scriptures, all right, is constantly deluding towards his spirit. His spirit.
I'm gonna read it real quick.
Inwardly, the inward man.
Mm-hmm. Psalms 55 and 21. "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Mm-hmm. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords."
Yeah, so he's being an actor.
Yeah, actually, look what happened. For example, quick example. Look at Gad. Mm-hmm. He came to Gad with these peace treaties. Yeah. And what happened, man? He slaughtered Gad.
Yeah, and of course you have that story that they tell you in school. Mm-hmm. What the Gadites were in need of. I think they were in need of clothing or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. What did Esau do? he put pox infested.
Oh yeah, he gave him smallpox. Who you gotta think about that? What kind of nation do people think to do things like that, man? You know, and these coons, they can forget it. They can think, oh, that was in the past. Well, guess what, man? The Most High remembers, man. You know, He remembers. That's why He's gonna bring vengeance upon the other nations, man.
Even as of right now, 2019, you still have centuries of slavery. As being a nation of Israel, when we knew our nationality, you still got slavery that we didn't even get a recompense from. Not even Esau, Edom. Yeah, you had.
And we're in a captivity right now.
Exactly. So, hey, all the
Jacob.
heathens.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Because Israel, the nation of Israel's kingdom, we're not in it yet. We're in Esau's kingdom right now, man.
Oh, you said world in that? It said world.
Yeah. Jacob is
right.
end of the world.
Yeah, and hey, for sure.
Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Because the Greek word there, it's pretty damn sure it's going to be eon, which the Greek word eon, it means a section of time, or like an age, a temporary time. For example, we're in the eon of Esau, Edom ruling of Babylon.
Right? That's the time that we're in right now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just one example of it. Right? It's passage of time, because we're going to have Israelite supremacy, that eon, which is going to be forever.
Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Exactly. So I'm going to finish off verse 11. Sirach chapter 12, verse 11. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right, because he's still evil. Didn't I just say that when I was reading verse 10? It says, never trust an enemy. Yep. They're never going to have peace towards you.
Yeah, what did we read in Isaiah? 26, was it? Chapter 26? Yep, it said that let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will not learn righteousness. Roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah, I'm going to finish this off, though. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath has not all been that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Right, because he's still wicked. He's still wicked. It doesn't matter how much he's being an actor. Actually,
deceiver. He's being a deceiver.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, meaning what is your spiritual in your heart? So that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about your actual organ. When you go to the Hebrew, the word there is la, meaning your mind.
Your mind.
Right. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, or you can replace it with spirit. He imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. You see that? So what? Yeah, he may act all innocent,
humble,
Bob, right in front of your face, but really inwardly, he's like, man.
And like it says in Psalms, they are not plagued like other men, man. Esau is the ultimate deceiver. He's all about witchcraft, man. Think about it. The man that is all about wickedness and violence portrayed himself as the innocent man and somehow made the plain man, because what the scriptures say, Jacob is a plain man dwelling in tent. When you go into that word plain, I forgot what the word was, but it said in it, part of the definition was morally innocent. Because the nature of Jake is morally innocent. Besides, when you see our people are waxing wicked worse and worse. But still, Salakia. Yeah. But still, Jake's nature is not to be a wicked person, right? That's Esau. That's the way he was made. I remember one of the elders from Dallas said, he said they're the real thugs and gangsters. That's their nature. The Edomites. But guess what? They portrayed the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to be that, man.
Yeah, murdering your brother and singing about it. Drinking and smoking, killing yourself. What else? Sleeping with another man's woman.
That's all.
That's the spirit of Cain.
Yeah, that's all contrary to the commandments that the Lord gave unto us, man. And as Israelites, we those things we didn't per se. It's not in us to want to do those things, man. Right. It's within us to serve the Most High and to be a holy, separate people.
That's it.
Of course, you had wicked of our nation, but come on, man. The Edomites, man, that's their nature to be like evil, man. To be wicked, to do those wicked things, man. Because for example, little quick example, and then we can close out. Because I didn't mean to ramble on, Salakia, but for example, to us, adultery, we're not supposed to commit adultery, right? Well, Esau calls it cheating.
Yeah, like a sport.
Yeah, like it's a sport or something. Nah, man, that's a sin, man. Nah.
Yeah. They declare unrighteous decrees, meaning the laws, according to their heart, the laws, statutes, and commandments to them, like the laws of America, it's unlawful, man. You can literally have the ability to be around pig or pork. Oh, don't even get me started on the food. We can go on and on with how much wickedness that they've done. But
quick piece before we put it on.
Yeah.
Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yeah, so you got to remember the Most High just made them that way. Legit, everything that is in the scriptures, the best believe Esau, Edom, all right. He's done legit a complete polar opposite of that. You know, so look again, the Most High made him that way. According to His will, to His ordinances, though. All right, for balance, because look, we're the children of light and they're the children of darkness. So in the meanwhile, we just gotta keep moving, just wait until Yahweh Shai comes back.
Yep.
You know, to turn things around.
Is this all?
Yeah.
That's all the pieces? All right, Khan. So with that, we want to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, Wa, meaning and double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the men whom taught us His truth and who taught us the truth of the Holy Scriptures. And Shalom Barakim to the elect of the nation of Israel, which are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Shalom.
Shalom.